Welcome back to the Barry Charles Footy Show, your one-stop shop for everything rugby league. And yes, today is the day we talk about who were the best players in 2023. Well, this was a tough one to really knock it down to a to a lot because there were so many players. Tohu Harris was one example of missing this group. Patrick Carrigan as well, Harry Grant. So quite a few good players have not made this list on the best players of 2023. And the voting of 2023 had Kalyn Ponga at number one. Well, he was nowhere near number one on my list, but he was outstanding for his part in the season. But I'm trying to go on an overall season here, so that's why he was not as high on the list. But let's get to it. The best players in the NRL in 2023. Well, first off, the best player making the list of number 10, and people say, why was he 3 on the Dally M list? Nicho Hynes, very Mr. Consistent. He did have a few poor games after the Origin, but apart from that, he was very consistent. But in the big games, that has been the question mark for Nicho Hynes. When it comes to the real big games, he has gone missing, just like Latrell Mitchell. Boom, when the big games matter, nowhere to be seen. So that is the question mark that Nicho Hynes needs to go to going forward, is to go up to that next level. That's what he needs to do, but he's definitely in the top 10 players in the comp, in my opinion. Number 9, Kalyn Ponga. Yes, he had a rip-roaring last 10 weeks of the season, well, even a bit before that, but his first part of the season was absolutely horrendous. Shouldn't have been playing 6 and got heat knocks. So to me, I rated him so low, but don't you worry, he absolutely killed in the last 10 weeks of football, but he went missing in the big game as well against the Warriors. So Kalyn Ponga is ranked 9. Number 8, Moses Leota, absolutely beast mode, and another great season from him, outstanding. Very, very talented, underrated player, but he is one of the best in the Penrith side week in, week out. Absolutely outstanding and well deserved. And then you'll notice there's quite a few Penrith players in the squad, and why not? Because they're the best of the best. Number 7, Addin Fonua-Blake. Yes, absolutely killed it this season. Absolutely brilliant. Second best prop in the game, in my opinion. I think it was the year of the props. There were some very good props this season, a lot of them. And haven't got James Fisher-Harris on this list and a few others that are very outstanding players. Tino, Mo Fotuaika, Tom Flegler. There was a lot. Joseph Tapane, some very Lindsay Collins. So many good props this season. They're very, very much like the fullbacks. Props and fullbacks are probably the gun players at the moment in terms of a lot of talent. But Addin Fonua-Blake well deserves to be in the top 10 players this season, I believe. He was the key to unlocking Johnson this season, and Tohu Harris was amongst it as well, but Addin Fonua-Blake for me, outstanding. Number 6, Liam Martin. Yes, absolute wrecking ball, absolute titanium, absolutely outstanding, and he was one of the best for New South Wales while the rest were struggling. He lifted, he was very good, Liam Martin, and really big finish to the season, and was very good in the grand final as well. Liam Martin, very good football and had a great season. Number 5, Payne Haas. Very consistent, but went to another level this year. Very, very much upward trajectory. Very much a good player. Whether he has that mungle to go to that very, very elite level, even though he is top level already, don't get me wrong. He's the best prop in the game, but there's still elements of his game he could improve, getting a pass on and all that. So, but no doubt about his engine, he's one of the best in the games, but definitely one of the top 5 players in the comp. Number 4, having a stellar season, better than any other season he's had for mine, Stephen Crichton. Boom, has put himself up into elite status. So absolutely outstanding. I just hope he doesn't go backwards when he goes to the Bulldogs. But he is no doubt the best player in the centre role, and whether he stays there next season, I hope he does. I think that's where he needs to play. Don't put him to fullback. I don't think he needs to go there. But that doesn't mean he won't be able to play fullback. But it's a totally different situation to the centre role. which he has made his own over the last couple of seasons. Crichton really is the best centre in the game, and well deserving of a place on this list. Number 3, Nathan Cleary. Yes, he had his injuries as well, and if he didn't have those injuries, he probably would be close to number 1 on this list. But Nathan Cleary, what a masterclass grand final. He had to be right up there in the top echelon of players in the competition, regardless of having that 6-week layoff. But Nathan Cleary does it again. Outstanding, very talented, very good player. His grand final was one for the ages. One of the best individual performances you'll ever see from a team way down, shouldn't win the grand final, and somehow win it from the brink of disaster. Nathan Cleary, it was a masterclass worth seeing. Number 2 on the list of best players in the comp, I had to say Reece Walsh. He was so electric. So electric. Absolute star of our game. He got us off-field issues as well documented, and I have said a lot. But in terms of pure football ability, he has got the most absolute attack out there. He's absolutely boom. He is pushing Billy Slater for the best fullback ever if he can continue this trajectory, because Kalyn Ponga's a great player too, don't get it wrong, but Reece Walsh is just something out of this world. Absolutely out of this world at his best. Mr. Reece Walsh at his best. So it's going to be an interesting season going forward with these teams. Yes, Reece Walsh to me is elite as they come. But number 1 on the list, and should have got the Dally M in my humble opinion, but in saying that, Kalyn Ponga has just one of those greatest finishes through a season you've ever seen since Tommy Turbo. But yes, or Jared Hayne going back in the day, but this man, Shaun Johnson, to me, was the best player in 2023, regardless of, in terms of just week in, week out, he was the best player in the competition. And I mean, week in, week out, the best player in the competition. He was the most consistent player all season long. Kalyn Ponga was the star player for 12 weeks or so, and that's what got it done. But Shaun Johnson over the whole season was the best player in the competition, no doubt about it. Absolutely no doubt about it. Shaun Johnson was the best player in the competition this season. What a way to turn around the clock. He played his best season ever. Best season ever. They might have made grand finals and stuff before, but this season was his best complete season ever from Shaun Johnson. Absolute superstar of the game. Very super talented. Very much well deserving of the best player in the comp 2023. If you disagree with me, leave a comment and I will get back to you. But thank you so much for joining me here at the Barry Charles Footy Show, and I'll be back with plenty more videos as we go through the off season, getting ready for the big season to come in a few months' time. But we have to go through this time of year. Have a great day out there.